Now, The View co-host Whoopi Goldberg recently attacked Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez during a discussion about the future of the Democratic Party. Now, I want to show you that video, and then we'll break it down.
She just got in on Thursday. She was sworn in.
Yes. Yeah.
And she's very opinionated, which we like. We like opinionated women. But it is very, very difficult when people make accusations where you say, you know, the Democrats have done nothing. The establishment of the Democrats have done nothing. And I just want to throw this out to you. John Lewis wasn't sitting still.
Right.
Dianne Feinstein wasn't sitting still. There are a whole bunch of people in the Democratic Party who have been busting their asses to make sure that women get what they need, people get what they need, children get what they need. So you just got in there, and I know you got lots of good ideas, but I would encourage you to sit still for a minute and learn the job. And, you know, and just, you know, because there are people in that party who have been working their tails off for this country.
They know a lot.
And they know a lot.
And
you could learn some stuff from them. And I just feel like, you know, you don't have to be born into it. You don't have to know it when you step out. But before you start pooping on people and what they've done, you got to do something too.
All right, so okay. I don't necessarily disagree with the idea that, hey, when you get into a job, you do your best to learn it. Okay, I get you there. But the problem here, and I've got a bit of a problem, this is basically the message of sit down and shut up. Listen to your betters, listen to the establishment, basically, and then learn how to play their game, their rules, their way. Nah, I don't agree with that. Now, look, I agree with her that, yes, we like opinionated women, of course, right? Now, Ocasio-Cortez has some opinions, and she is actually sharing them. She is sharing on the Democratic Party. And in her opinion, the Democratic Party has not been busting their asses for the American people. They have been busting their asses for multinational corporations and large donors. That is the problem. So it's the complete opposite. If they actually were busting your ass for the people, Feinstein, which is hilarious. Look, if Feinstein would be in support of Medicare for all, is Feinstein in support? Oh, no, she's not there because it's socialism, right? That's a Republican talking point. All we've seen from Democratic leadership, and I'm talking about leadership, is that Ocasio-Cortez's ideas, which are backed up by a majority of American citizens, and not only that, but backed up by economics, backed up by the fact that other countries do the same thing, look, the whole criticism, again, is absolutely ridiculous. That we need to basically shut up and respect their authority because they've been so busy busting their asses. Again, they haven't been busting their ass for us. If they were, they would be putting forward these policies. And they are not. They are not. But anyway, now those ideas, right? Those ideas, you say they're good ideas, and I agree with you, absolutely. The problem is most Democrats have not been fighting for those ideas. Feinstein, sure, hasn't been sitting still, but again, she hasn't come out in favor of a Green New Deal. Hasn't come out on Medicare for all. Hasn't come out on free college. Hasn't come out on all these very popular progressive policies. So why should we sit there and support that and not actually say, how now, wait a minute, why are you not following those? Why are you not supporting those policies? Is it because of the money that you get from these corporations? Is it the money that you're getting from these wealthy donors who don't agree with this? And that's the problem. And I think that's actually a really good question. That's the question we should be asking of our politicians. Is the money that you're getting from corporations and donors affecting your vote? Is it affecting your judgment? And to say that we can't ask those questions is patently ridiculous. These are valid criticisms of the Democratic Party, a party that she chose to join, and a party that she will, vote with, right? And a party that she is trying to steer in a specific direction. And that direction is a more progressive direction that is, of course, geared towards serving the people. And you cannot do that unless you address its shortcomings. To say that you can't criticize the party until you've, quote, done things, right? Again, is ridiculous, right? Again, she said, you don't have to know it when you step out, but before you start pooping on people and what they've done, you've got to do something too. Well, look, she has done something. For one, she actually beat an incredibly entrenched incumbent, Joe Crowley. That was huge. Not only that, but she has led the Sunrise Movement in protesting in Pelosi's office to push for a Green New Deal. She's out there trying to change the conversation on policy, and she has successfully shifted the conversation on healthcare, taxes, and the environment. And then her, she's one of the major stars here, but along with other progressives, has led to the creation of a climate change committee. They did pressure Pelosi into doing something about that, and has basically led to the Overton window shifting back to the left when it comes to the national conversation. Now, another thing that she's doing is scaring the shit out of Republicans, and now apparently centrist Democrats. Now, I like Whoopi Goldberg, right? I do. She was guiding from TNG, right? But she, I think, is disconnected from working people. You know why? It's because she's successful. I don't have anything wrong. I don't think there's anything wrong with her being successful. She's very successful, and she's very talented, and she is a smart person. But on this, I don't agree with her. I don't agree with her on this, on everything. And I think that what she was saying was condescending. Like, oh, no, you don't understand, AOC. You need to learn your place. No, that's not what this is about. This new Congress, these progressives are about pushing a bold agenda that these other people refuse to push, refuse to do because of the money, right? Now, look, she'll probably resent this if she ever sees this, right? Which I highly doubt. But if Whoopi Goldberg ever sees this, and she's going to be angry at me, right? Because I'm basically saying that she is part of the Democratic establishment. Now, the Democratic establishment tends to get very angry when people who are upstarts start criticize them for being out of touch. And look, this isn't the first time that she has went after progressives too. She also went after the Justice Democrats. And so I believe in the mission of the Justice Democrats to try to make a better Democrat. But you can't do that unless you actually criticize some of the things that are wrong with the Democratic Party. Now, look, the Democrats, if you want to say, look, I don't like you when you criticize the Democrats because we're not as horrible as Republicans. Look, I don't agree with that, but I understand where you're coming from. Yes, the Republicans are awful. But just because Republicans are awful doesn't mean the Democratic Party is above reproach. It doesn't mean that you can't criticize them for their obvious shortcomings. You can't just focus on how bad the Republicans are, because Hillary Clinton tried that. And look what happened. She lost, and she lost to a reality show, an orange reality show buffoon. So I think the Democrats could use a little constructive criticism from people like AOC. Why? Because they need to learn how to serve the people, not the corporations, not the rich. Sorry, Whoopi Goldberg. I think you're absolutely wrong on this issue. I think you need to step back, and I think you need to learn about what AOC is about, and I think you need to learn what the Justice Democrats are about, and I think you need to understand that the goal here is not to tear down Democratic candidates or to tear down the Democratic Party. It's to build up a party that actually represents the little people. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/TYTNation, set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent progressive media.